Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. We are going to be answering the question, how do you account for when a product is made and when it is sold? And so I want to give you hopefully a simple outline of what you're actually going to be seeing. So um, the reason I'm going to I'm going to explain why I'm sharing this later, but basically when you're accounting for products sold and made, when you make a product, this is what's happening in the Google Sheet. So the first step you need to know is that you have to receive the physical raw material. Otherwise, we can't account for it because we don't have it. So that's pretty self-explanatory, I feel. And then when raw material is made into inventory, such as, let's say, dimensions for making a paracord bracelet, or to make a paracord bracelet, it requires 1 foot of 550 black paracord and 6 feet of 95 paracord and 1 buckle. And then to make one outdoor hammock, you need 26 feet material of nylon material, which is 13 feet for one and 13 feet for the other strap, and 1 nylon hammock and 1 drawstring bag. So when you calculate this into the Google Sheet, it'll actually subtract all of these dimensions as if you made one unit. And here's how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Google Sheet. Okay, so obviously this week is filled. This is the end of week 3. But let's just say, hypothetically, I made one bracelet here on the 3rd of June 2019, and it was made out of 1 foot of 550 black and 6 feet of 95 blue. What'll happen is it'll subtract 1 foot. There's 32 feet we have in raw material. It'll subtract 1 foot here, and it'll subtract 6 feet here. So when I go ahead and I say I made one paracord bracelet today in productions, it'll turn kind of a yellowish color to notify us that we made one. And then as you can see, 1 foot subtracted here, 6 feet subtracted here. So be happy you didn't have to go through the dirty work to make these formulas, because they're very tedious, but they're very effective. So, or let's say now we did a hammock. When we account for making hammocks or bammocks in the case of our company, we, like I said, make it out of 1 nylon hammock, we make it out of 1 drawstring bag, and 26 feet of nylon. So what's going to happen right here, when I put in one bammock that's been made, it'll subtract 26 feet here, 1 drawstring bag, and 1 nylon hammock here. So let's say hypothetically I made one, and I go back, 26 feet subtracted, 1 foot, or sorry, 1 unit subtracted, 1 unit subtracted. And then if I go back and change it, it went back to what it was previously. So when you do account for these, please be sure that it has all 3 of these. Make sure it has 26 feet of strap. Make sure there's 2 straps. Make sure it has the bag sewn onto it. Make sure it has obviously the hammock, and that's when we can account for those. So that's the tutorial for this. Well, actually for when you make something. Now when you sell something, let's say I made one here on that same day. You see this number? It went up because it's inventory ready to sell at the booth. That means we have units to sell, and when a customer comes and they need something, let's say we didn't have anything at the booth, well, we have one made, we just need to account for where it's at. So it could be that somebody just barely made it and they just barely input it. That's when we need to contact and get information from our team members as to who made it, and then we can sell it to our customer. And let's say that customer did buy the hammock. It goes back down to 2. So now